Dan Hall, Republican from Wyoming County, announcing yesterday that he was going to resign to take a position with the National Rifle Association. Immediately, of course, the question was, okay, who do you appoint to replace him? And that's critical for a variety of reasons, including the fact the Republicans have a narrow 18-16 advantage in the Senate. Then Democrats raised the issue, wait a minute. Hall was elected as a Democrat, then immediately switched parties to Republicans. So what's the state code say? Do you appoint a Republican because he's in the Republican Party? Do you report a Democrat because he was elected as a Democrat? Now, maybe Hall is rethinking this resignation. The senator joins us on Metro News Talkline. Senator, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Are you putting a hold on your resignation?
Good morning, Hoppy. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, if there's any doubt, I'm going to hang around until it's resolved. So I'm excited about the opportunity of the NRA, but I'm not interested in creating chaos in the Senate. So we're finally doing some good things. We have great leadership in the Senate, a great team moving things forward. I want to keep that moving whether I'm there or not. So yes, if there's any doubt, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Do you think there is, and I know you've talked to counsel about that, we're going to hear both sides on that later in the show, but do you think there is doubt about whether your replacement should come from the Democratic side or the Republican side, in your opinion?
No, not in my opinion. It's been explained to me by counsel. Trust me, we researched this for quite some time before we made the announcement yesterday, and there has been no resignation. All there's been so far is a press release with intent. So, we feel very confident that first paragraph in the code is about the party affiliation, and then subsequent paragraphs are about, location or residency of the replacement.
Right. I'm gonna get deeper into that here in the next hour. So
sure.
So let me be clear about this. So I don't know what's going to happen next. There could be legal challenge from the Democratic side, or they may wait till you actually would resign. I don't know. So is it fair to say you're just in a holding pattern until there's some official resolution, or how will you know when you can resign?
Well, at some point, I can't control what people do after I resign, but at some point we believe we're going to have some sense of a solid answer. I would like to see the governor's office issue step up and say what they believe they're going to do. We believe it's very clear what they should do and what the law requires. But like I said before, I'm not interested in creating chaos in the Senate. Lord, after years, we finally have solid leadership doing good things, moving the state in a different direction. So I want to keep that going, whether I'm in the Senate or doing something else.
So would you be, and Senator Dan Hall is with us, Republican, Wyoming County, so would you be willing to stay in the Senate through the session if that would remain unresolved for the next 2 months?
Well, obviously I would want to talk to the NRA about that and my future employer, but yes.
You would stay in.
So, is that clear enough?
That is clear. So you would not do anything during this legislative session that would create a 17-16 or a 17-17 situation. That's what I'm hearing.
The state of West Virginia's future is far more important than my political career or professional changes. So although I am very excited about the potential of me moving in a different position, although I hate leaving the Senate, but I'm very excited about my changes coming up. If that's what we're talking about, I'm not going to throw West Virginia back down the toilet again when we're finally pulling ourselves out. I'm not going to do it.
What is your job? What are you going to do with the NRA, Daniel?
Well, the job title is state liaison for the NRA, which in essence, a lot of people just know it, generally speaking, as lobbyist, but it's far more than that. And I would have multiple states. And once my 1-year moratorium on West Virginia is over, I would have West Virginia.
Yeah. So you would be, if your resignation took effect to the first of the year and you work for the NRA, you would not be able to lobby the West Virginia legislature on behalf of the NRA for 1 year, correct?
It's our understanding. We do intend on asking for a waiver because I'll have other states. And if the Ethics Commission grants that, so be it. That'd be great. If not, then we fully expect to fill out the year.
Mm-hmm. So I'd say I'm going to talk next hour. I'm going to talk with Richie Heath, who is, who's Republican counsel who's counsel for the Republican leadership. And he believes you're on solid footing to step down now if you wish, and there would be a Republican replacement. However, Tony Magistro, who's I know is a Democrat, a loyal Democrat, but also is familiar with election law, he's going to argue next hour that there's some question about it. And since you were elected as a Democrat, then switch parties, that in fact the replacement should be a Democrat. So that's what it comes down to.
Sure.
But all right, so we shall see. So you're going to stick around. You're going to ride this thing out till there's some resolution, right?
Well, I think there's going to be one sooner than later. I mean, my personal opinion, I think you'll see a resolution in the next day or two.
Oh, really?
But that's my personal opinion. I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, every attorney we've talked to that doesn't have a vested interest in legislation, as in some of your future guests next hour, have the same opinion.